I want to get that thing because I feel like those are like more rare or something. It's hard to see.
Subject.
Hey, I'm Justin, man. Thanks for the new sub, dude. And welcome, man. Oh. Bro, I dodged. What? I fucking dodged, man. Yeah, bro, this difficulty's brutal. Also, those are guys. Oh. God damn it, Justin! The backswing A caught me on the end of it. I guess my iframes ran out.
Frankly, that's a skill issue.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Sure. Oh my god, this run back, dude. Okay, so we gotta go. Okay. I think I remember. The mobs hurt so much more than before. Well, I mean, we're playing on the hardest. Oh my god, it's so pretty, dude. Pretty, like, da boo boo. We're playing on the hardest difficulty, and they definitely have been buffed. And we're level. When we played survival difficulty 9 months ago, and we didn't even play through all of the content. We played through a bunch of it. I'd say like half of it, maybe a little less. You know, it was like mostly comfortable and things like hit pretty hard and whatever. Like things have definitely been buffed. The maps changed a lot. And back then, experience gain now in survival compared to when they first came out with it 9 months ago is a fair bit lower. Which again is like, in my opinion, a good thing.
Lithium
I like that
battery
kind of
is
thing.
gifted 20 tier 1
But like
subs.
that was level 9 and we're level 6. And we have like tier 5 armor. Like it kind of makes sense that that thing fucking rocks you. It's more of a avoid the fuck out of it, right? Hey, I'm Justin, man. Thanks for gifting 5 subs.
Tier 1 subs.
Yo, what the hell's going on? Lithium, man. Thanks for gifting 20 subs. God damn. God damn, homies. Holy moly. Thank you very much, you guys. Yo, new sub and gifted subs. And my man Lithium. Owing a drink right now, by the way. Was this the correct way? I think we're dead. It was not the correct way. That's extra drinks.
I'm ready.
P-Shack, thanks for getting a sub too. Ban that guy? Which one of them? Also, the way they've rebuilt a lot of areas are just so unfamiliar. Like, this area is completely different. The one that I just died in moments ago. Oh, shit, we don't have the stam. Wait. We can recover. We're dead. We're dead! I will be fair. That's always been, like, a weird gripe of mine when learning the game. It's like, if you die, why do you just not spawn with max stam? Like, what is the point of that? If someone can explain, I would love to know. I forgot about you in the WoW days? You forgot... Wait, you forgot about me because... I don't know. What? What's up, brother? I'm chilling, man. Yeah, we retired from WoW, World First Rating in... almost 2 years ago, so 2023. Aberrus was my last raid. And here we are. Playing bangers ever since, dude. Bro, it's almost been 2 years since not only my retirement, but also Baldur's Gate 3, which is basically when I retired. In this case, because when you co-op, the healer can res you with more health. That seems like weird-ass design. Oh, for real? Yeah. What are you even working like a dog? Bro, you're good, dude. You are good, homie. Yeah, no, that's the... no, that's it, actually. Yes. Okay. Yeah, no, it's just, it was 20 years, man. 20 years. And Race World First Scene is developed in certain ways. With new people. And particularly new demands and stuff, and it's kind of like, yeah, yes. You and Swifty remember me? Swifty's still playing WoW though, right? He's still jamming, dude. He's jamming Classic and stuff. I mean, I still like check out. Like, don't get me wrong. Like when the new expansion came out, we played for like a month for like no reason. I don't mean that in like a negative way. With no reason, I mean like for me, like WoW has always been with like a purpose of hardcore raiding. So when I say no reason, it's like we played and I literally triple boxed the launch of the WoW expansion for no reason, just because I don't know how to play WoW any other way, and then just stopped playing after a month. And then 11.1 came out, and we played for like a day. We get my food book back up. And we'll probably play 11.2 for like a day. And I'm very excited about the housing, and like that's it. You know, we'll see the rest. Her maxing. I wanted to get into like the professions and stuff in WoW, but like they were so fucking gated by the mafioso and stuff that I mean it was fun like while it lasted, but I was kind of like lost interest eventually. Like the thing for me with like video games in general is I like to play things as we are now, obviously, on like their hardest. Oh no, it's pretty rough still. I like to play things on their hardest difficulty, and oh my god. Ah, I can't see. I like to play things on their hardest difficulty, and like there needs to be an end goal and like a madness to my farming and my preparation and stuff. And usually for me, that end goal and end game needs to be some kind of giga difficult encounter that I can flex my dick about. You know what I mean? It's just who I am as a gamer. And with World of Warcraft, that was mythic raiding. And if I wasn't mythic raiding or like pushing high and plus anymore, like mythic plus, because what they did with it, then I didn't have I felt I didn't really have a purpose in that game anymore. So like prepping multiple characters like the way I was used to, and leveling professions and trying to get eye level on my multiple tanks and stuff just like didn't serve a purpose, because there was no purpose anymore, because I wasn't like mythic raiding, right? So now I like want to take that kind of video game sexual aggression out in different ways.
Blizzard! Blizzard!
Not Blizzard. I was the best tank once upon a time, homie. Once upon a time. Times have changed. There's other good tanks out there now. Let's grab this. I think this will clear the area, right? This like new thing, this spore or whatever. Yeah, it does. Cool. Where the fuck are we? Trying to get over there. Southern Caravan. We still have 3 drinks. I'll be able to housing like stink on a monkey. Yeah, but like my worry with housing, and not really worry, but like my realistic realization with housing in World of Warcraft is that the same thing is going to happen, right? I'm going to enjoy housing. I'm going to build the fuck out of it. I'm going to flex like some legacy stuff because they said they're going to honor it with housing. I'm going to flex some legacy stuff. And then eventually it's going to get to the point that we're going to beat the shit out of housing, where really the best and coolest stuff will come from high-end Mythic Plus and high-end rating. And that's where I'm going to go, okay, I'm done. Would I do solo content if it was harder? Like in World of Warcraft, Allison? I mean, sure. I'm not going to lie. This is... Oh, I remember this town. Or this city, whatever. World of Warcraft, in my opinion, and this might be... Wow, this place is completely changed. Holy shit. Dan, look how... Yo. Look how fucking good this looks, by the way. Look how cozy this looks, man. Yeah, some like random well, actually, to the point, it's some random deprecated village in the middle of fucking nowhere, and it looks cozy as shit, dude. That's some good. It looks like if the Shire got gangbanged, you know? Like good, man. Nice. Catch up on drinks. I'm behind too, only. Hot take for a second. I don't really think World of Warcraft is the hardest or highest skill. Oh shit. Skill ceiling content that's ever existed. On a personal level, I think most of the difficulty comes from group play and synergy. That being said, I would love if they add some more like Mage Tower V2 kind of stuff. I'm totally down for it. So would I do it? Yeah, probably. It would definitely attract me to doing the game more. Absolutely. Oh, there's so many bears. It's so good for my potions. It never was. I mean, it kind of is, but isn't. And I didn't really appreciate that fact until I started playing a ton of not only different video games in the same genre, but a ton of different... Oh, the crap. But a ton of different video games. And everyone's immediately going to go, oh, you mean like Souls games and Elden Ring? No, man. There's like intense... I mean, yes, like, listen, Souls games and Elden Ring... Okay, Elden Ring to a certain extent, but like... Those kind of games, like, yes, they have, you know, difficulty to a certain extent for sure. But different games test you in different ways. And there's even, like, man, even, like, random-ass little roguelike, like, indie games and shit like that test shit or test skills that you are expected to have in like world first rating beyond any level of world first rating, like, you know, your reaction time and like things like that, or from a leading perspective, like your, you know, ability to put synergy together and shit like that. It's not just about like, oh, he's talking about like Elden Ring and Dark Souls. Like, I'm not talking about literally just your reaction time to like dodge and attack and stuff like that. It's just, it's just crazy how sheltered I was with World of Warcraft. And I loved my time with World of Warcraft. Don't get me wrong. I love my time with World of Warcraft. And it taught me a lot of things. It's just, I was insanely sheltered playing only WoW. Not only from like, wow, this game's actually way harder perspective. But from a, wow, I'm glad I knew this game existed perspective, because this is an amazing game. And being able to spend some time playing these different games that, not just like Enshrouded, for instance, in this case, but, like, bro, like what notable, I mean, there's been a ton of notable titles that we've played since I quit World of Warcraft. But like things that usually come to my mind whenever we have this kind of discussion is like BioShock series. And I'm talking about things I missed while playing WoW, not things that have come out recently. So, like, you know, you'd obviously immediately mention, like, Baldur's Gate 3 and Expedition 33 recently. And, no, these are things we've played since we quit World of Warcraft. We quit, actually, right before Baldur's Gate 3, that July. So, like, anything before July 2023, like, what is, like, super substantial? To me, that I've experienced, not necessarily globally, objectively, you know, like BioShock was insane for me. Like, that is like one of all-time craziness. Like Subnautica, immediate like madness. What else? I'm definitely missing a few things off the top of my head right now. Yeah, God of War, like all that. Yeah, Sigrun was crazy. Sigrun is super hard. Like, Sigrun tests your, like, just video gaming skill to an extreme. At the time it did, at least. That shit was fucking nuts. I think to this day, that was probably, like, one of the hardest things I've done in gaming. Gimme God of War, like, Sigrun. That was fucking bonkers. I mean, part of it was, like, I still needed to get better at, like, playing with the controller and stuff like that, but, like, it was ruthless, dude. Oh, there's a second floor here. It was ruthless, dude. Very ruthless. And it was super fun as a result. So, like, you know, compare... Okay, Sigrun's maybe a little extreme. But, like, even, like, Last of Us... On, like... We're trying to play things on the hardest difficulty. Even, like, more recently, like, Terraria, Master Mode Hardcore. Like, things like that. They just, like, test things that, like... you would never get tested on in like a similar realm, or at least certain aspects of it, in like hardcore world first rating. Individually, again, I can't substantiate enough that like a lot of the difficulty in hardcore world first rating is like your team synergy and sometimes a bit of luck with the RNG of the fight. Like, each individual person's job, on average, across a raid is not that crazy in terms of, like, reaction time and skill needed for a video game. It's just, like, not. Straight up. And I'm talking across all 3 roles. DPS, healing, tanks. Some fights are harder for some certain roles, etc. But the reality is, it's, like, individually not that hard. It's more about, like, can 20 people maintain their focus for, you know, 4 to 11 minutes and not fuck up what Blizzard has created as a, like, one person fucks up encounter and, like, it's over, right? And you'd be surprised how often that answer is no, they cannot. We're gonna go there. Wait, this is a bad idea. Well, let's go down here. Going down there was a bad idea. It was a bad idea, chat. Fuck, man. They've made this game a fair bit harder than I remember 9 months ago. Particularly because there seems to be a lot more density of mobs out in the world, which, to be fair, by the way, was something that I, and I'm sure many other people, suggested that they fix up. Because the world felt not necessarily empty, but it certainly felt safe. It's not so safe anymore, especially at night, so that's good. Wow, that view. My ass. But yeah, that's what it is with WoW. And listen, man, not to take it away from it, like, there's definitely some skill involved in WoW, for sure. But, like, we have these discussions often in the stream, and, like, I get pushback from some of you guys, including, like, you know, long-term members of the stream, like, not, like, hostile pushback, but being like, oh, well, Sloot, that's just because you were, like, you know, very good at the game, and, like, you know, hardcore, what is bad? Oh, God. No, not the Island of Death! I mean, we're dead anyways. You know, and, like, you did your stuff, and it's just, you found the game easy, but, like, it's about perspective, man. Like, it's not a flex. It's not a flex thing. It's not like, oh, yes, I'm so much better than you. LOL, imagine thinking this game's hard. It's more like, once you play a bunch of these other games, you start to realize, and again, the important fact here, we're going to die, so I'm just going to jump in here. You start to realize on, like, a personal level, again, the key is a personal level, that there are things that test your skills as a video gamer way more, substantially more, than World of Warcraft Mythic Rating does. Than the hardest encounters in World of Warcraft Mythic Rating do. Now, that's just, like, the truth of it, man. I don't know what to say. Back home. Oh, God. Good thing we didn't know a shot or anything. Start next one. It's going to be packed with games. Bro, there's, like, literally one game for you. Maybe 2. There's literally 2 games for me at the start of June. That's it. They gave up on skill? What's that? No, it's not that they gave up on... Well, honestly, I don't really know how to assess it. I guess this is anecdotal, right? And from personal experience. But your adventure through World of Warcraft when you're in the World of Warcraft bubble is that, like, when nothing but World of Warcraft exists and you reach the peak, or, like, you know, close to it, or, like, one of the best or whatever, is that you've reached, like, the pinnacle. But in reality, that pinnacle, in terms of relative gaming as a hemisphere, is not that high. Now, whether or not you give a fuck about that, that's a fair point too. You might not. You might only care about World of Warcraft. So if you reach that kind of height in whatever you're doing in WoW, great, no problem. Like, this isn't about talking about, like, who has the biggest cock in gaming, right? I'm just if you are interested in, like, you know, what some of the hardest stuff is, it's definitely not that. It's definitely not that. Does that matter to some people? Not really, right? Because this is all a big dick flex at the end of the day. I'm just saying my experience with stuff. Because, well, we're in my stream, so. Can't tell you sleep at everything. That isn't like 2 games. If it's not KCD or Marvel Rivals, you sleep. Or like some CRPG. Let's be honest. And that's okay. I don't run DBS because being tank or healer was actually hard. Well, okay, hold up. Think about what you just said. Was it literally hard in terms of skill check? It might have been for you. Or was it hard because of the pressure of the role? Like, do you understand what I'm saying? Was the literal combination and reaction time of buttons and all that kind of stuff a difficult thing for you to do? Or was it just because it was a higher pressure role that you can get blamed more easily, like the tank dying or the healer not healing enough? Right? Because the reality is, if you break down the skill check needed for those roles in World of Warcraft, again, depending on the encounter, some are tougher for tanks, some are tougher for healers, whatever. What you need to do on a moment-by-moment, second-by-second basis is, like, pretty folly compared to, again, some other games, blah, 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 blah. If you want to compare those other games. We'll have to go around this mountain. The real pressure of it comes both in terms of the worry of fucking up and the social pressure of fucking up. Because when you fuck up, 19 other people go, yo, that motherfucker fucked up. Yo, Sloot missed. Sloot missed his ardent defender. Nice one, Sloot. You know? That's where the pressure comes from. It's not from, like, fuck me, this is a really hard skill check. It's the, oh, are my peers going to yell at me kind of thing. Right? Bro, we got like several drinks. Let me catch up here while I'm reading. This all stemmed from, like, when I said the relative difficulty needed for, like, high-end mythic rating is like, yes, yeah, you need to obviously have some skill and some self-awareness and, like, listening skills and judgments and stuff like that. But the reality is it's not... Where's that second part of this? The reality is it's not, like, something absolutely bonkers hardcore, like the hardest thing you've ever done. And everybody who says that is just sheltered or pigeonholed into, like, you just haven't played any other game. Right? Like, that's just straight up what it is. I don't know what to say. And this is coming from somebody who's, like, fucking... like, my pride, man. My pride, my flex, my ego was World of Warcraft, right? Like, that's literally all it was. I used to be so offended when people were like, "Oh, you're not that good, bro. You don't tank that well." It's like, that used to fucking hurt my ego, and then eventually it was like, yeah, okay, whatever. Until I realized, you know. I don't think there's anything else in your chat. Are you saying it's more than a video game? It's a lifestyle. They changed this too, Southern Caravan. This one looks kind of the same. It's like a kind of a bridge, and there's a few mobs here. Okay, so these, I assume, these are new. At least for me, they're new. Oh shit, my boson was broken. These, like, light up at night only. Interesting. That's where you collect them from. They're, like, difficult. Well, okay. They're not difficult to find, but we've only found 2 just randomly. So, like, if you want, you, like, actually have to look it up. Oh, God. My dick hole. Level 9. Yeah. Level 6. And they just shot at me again. We can actually shoot between those. No wonder he's not shooting at me. Motherfucker. Oh my god, there's so many options. These guys are going to be able to climb up. Oh! They can kind of parkour up the hill. Which is probably a good thing, so you can't do what I was just doing, which is cheesing. Wait, what happened to my... Oh, my bow's broken! Oh, fuck, dude. Fuck you, bitch. Yeah, this is a bad thing, dude. When's Summer Streamathon? Undetermined, currently, unfortunately. Soonish. I'm thinking as early as Death Stranding 2. I'm trying to avoid what we did last year, which was like aiming for a Stormer Streamathon and then had to like travel, which is gonna happen again this year. I'm leaving for the first early to midweek of August, like 7th to 13th for my dad's 70th birthday, so I'll be gone for that. So if we don't start the Streamathon within somewhat reasonable time for that, then there's got to be a repair here somewhere. There usually are in these bases. Then I'm going to be hesitant to start it because I don't want to do it and be like, okay, now I'm leaving for a week, guys. See ya. So, like, ideally July, early July. Or Death Stranding 2 launch, which is late June. So. Oh my fucking god. I can't range attack this guy. Shoot! Here, kill him! My god! Oh fuck no, those dogs. Bro, god, there has to be a repair bench here somewhere. What? Why am I looting right now? I literally just need to find a repair bench. This is crazy. Actually crazy, dude. Right. It's a collectible. What the fuck? Oh, it's actually not like too far off leveling. No. Oh, we got. Actually, wait, that's not a terrible idea. Just have a bow. Because the bow's so useful right now. Crimson Valor coloring station. Actually is very useful right now. Oh! What the fuck? God damn, dude. Oh! Brother. Oh, God. Wait, an item there. I'm not going back to that island.
Woof, woof.
It's an addiction, loot addiction. I mean, you're not wrong, man. I'm definitely a loot goblin. I like to be rewarded for my effort. What can I say? Motherfucker. Okay. This is going to be quite the run back. Let's see if we remember it all. We gotta avoid that house on the right. We gotta jump up the cliff that I carved out with terraforming. Unless it's like respawned, in which case we're fucked. Then we gotta go up the hill. We gotta cross the bridge. And then we won't be technically too far.